Well, Jay Payton did not play here except for with the Mets. 1-0 New York on top of Montreal. Payton will be followed by Todd Pratt and then Mike Bordick. Mets baseball, third game of this 4-game series here in Montreal. Payton takes up and in ball one. How about that Atlanta-Arizona game ended 12-10 Braves. Must have been a wild ball game out there in Arizona.
Well, they tell us the last half inning for Arizona was almost a reproduction of the one the Mets had against Atlanta at Shea Stadium.
1-1 at Jay Payton. We're talking in the open about the Mets having an easier time of it as they head to the end of the season, but some of these teams that are out of it are tough to play late in the year.
Yeah, who said it was going to be easy? That's the thing about it. Baseball is never easy. It appears that you can win and you have the better schedule, and so many times it backs up and goes against you.
2-1 on Payton. Well, Ralph, you know, with all due respect to your Hall of Fame credentials, you played on some bad teams. Now, late in the season, were you guys better if you played contending teams?
Well, I think it's the other way around. I think if you're playing contending teams, both teams are under the gun. When you play a team that's loose and doesn't have a thing to lose, they just go out and play, and sometimes it's better and easier to play that way. The pressure of baseball gets to you. I think you're better off to play the tougher teams. You know, the Mets, when they got against Atlanta last year, came back and did well against Atlanta after they had that poor series in Atlanta. I think it's a pressure game all the way through. And of course, I think when you get down to pressure, the pitchers have an easier time of it than the hitters.
Right there, Jay Payton picks up a base hit in the left field. So the Mets have a base runner here in the top of the 4th inning. We just tuned in. It's 1-0. The Mets on top of Montreal. Todd Pratt doing the catching tonight will be the batter. Pratt hit the ball hard his first time up, but right at the third baseman, Jeff Blum, who threw to second for the force out. The Mets missed a golden opportunity. They picked up 1 run in the first inning, but could have picked up many more. Breaking ball swung on and missed. 0-1 on Pratt. Pratt will be followed by Mike Bordick. And the 0-1 pitch. Inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. After the game tomorrow afternoon, the Mets fly south to Turner Field in Atlanta, where they will meet up with those Braves who'll be flying in from Arizona. 3-game series starting Monday night at Turner Field. 1-1 pitch. Pratt takes up high. 2 balls and 1 strike.
See, a pitcher like Hermanson can free will it. It really doesn't make that much difference as to whether or not his team wins or loses. So he's really in a position there to just go ahead and pitch his bet as well as he can. Where the Mets have to come up with some runs and get some hits at the right time.
Whoa, what a play by Jeff Blum. Outstanding play. One out.
Well, this is a do-or-die play. The ball hit hard, a slider by Hermanson, and Blum with a great stop. And that takes an extra base hit away from the Mets.
So 1 man down, and Jay Payton still on first base. Sparkling play by the third baseman Jeff Blum to take an extra base hit away from Todd Pratt. Pratt's hit the ball hard twice tonight, both times at Blum. One at him, one almost past him. So the batter now, Mike Bordick, he flied out his first time up, fly to right. Dustin Hermanson pitching to Bordick. Hermanson has good stuff. Has an 11-13 record this year.
He pitched an outstanding game against the Mets earlier this year and then did not do well in the second game against the Mets. And is 2-3 on his record against the Mets lifetime.
Oh, no balls, 1 strike on Bordick. Bordick takes up high. Bordick batting .274 since joining the Mets. He's been to bat 157 times. Turned out to be an excellent deal by Steve Phillips. Robin Ventura not in the stands tonight.
Very tough to try and attempt a steal against this right-handed pitcher. He has a great move, both to the plate and to first base. Very short lead by Payton at first, and he almost gets picked off. Nobody's attempted to steal against him in his last 6 game starts.
Gets the ball to the catcher in a hurry. The quickest in baseball to the plate right now, Pedro Martinez. 1-1 pitch.
How do you know nobody gets on base?
I know. Well, they timed him, and he was quickest from the set position to the plate. Of course, it helps if you throw the ball about 97 miles an hour when you release it.
Shortens up the time, doesn't it?
Oh, Cookie Rojas flashing signs to Payton and Bordick. Fouled back and out of play. Hermanson with good velocity on that fastball. As Ralph mentioned, tough to run when you're on first base against Hermanson. Opponents have not even attempted a stolen base in his last 6 starts. It's unbelievable. 4 pickoffs, no balks. Base stealers 6 for 13. Down low to Bordick. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, right here, you'd have to believe that Valentine will have the runner go over the pitch. Bordick, a pretty good contact hitter, and of course the pitcher is up next. Well, the signs have been given. Does he go or does he not go?
And the 3-2 pitch. Bordick hits a fly ball deep left center field. Bergeron calling for it. And he makes the grab. Payton retreats to first base. So 2 men are out, and that'll bring up Rick Reed. And now we'll take a look at our Delta Airlines upcoming schedule.
Well, tomorrow 1:30, and that's all with the Expos for this year. And then the Braves. The start of 6 games with the Braves the rest of the year. All night games, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday in Atlanta. So those are big ones.
All on Fox Sports Net. And Rick Reed steps in, takes a slider, misses off the plate down low. 2 men are gone. We're in the top of the 4th inning, 1-0. The Mets on top of Montreal.
Right here, you wouldn't expect the runner at first base, Payton, to go because the pitcher is up and you don't want him to lead off the next inning if Payton would get thrown out.
Hermanson checking Payton. He throws that sinker down low, so it's 2 balls, no strikes on Rick Reed. Reed not a bad inning pitcher. And the 2-0 pitch takes a strike. 2-1. Brian Schneider flashing those signs, the catcher with the Expos. And Reed picks up a base hit in the right center field. Payton going all the way to third base. And the Mets have runners on first and third with 2 men out. So Reed helping himself out.
Reed gets a fastball right here and just puts a good part of the bat on the ball, hits a base hit in the right center field. And Payton on his way to third. And the Mets again are in the position to add some runs. So had the bases loaded in the first inning with 1 run in and nobody out, and did not score another run.
So Big Benny Agbayani will be the batter. Agbayani 0 for 1, hit by a pitch. Score a run, fly it out. Slider off the plate down low. 1-0 on Big Benny.
Vasquez in yesterday's ball game had 2 hits in the game. The pitcher for Montreal. He was a key man in the batting order to knock Leiter out of the ball game.
Up high to Agbayani. 2 balls and no strikes. Big at bat for Benny. Mets need runs. Hermanson throwing the ball very well, misses down low. The Mets have 5 hits in this game. It's 3-0 on Benny. You give him a hit sign?
I don't think I would give him the hit sign here. Benny is not the experienced hitter that would pick a good pitch to hit and take a bad pitch.
And the 3-0 pitch. Foul it off.
Well, he gave him the hit sign and he fouled it off. But when you're hitting 3-0, you have to get a pitch that's the only pitch you want to get to hit a home run or hit the ball hard, and not take a swing at anything else. It's a real disciplinary pitch.
Well, it's 3-1 on Agbayani.
Well, he's going to be swinging again now.
Payton with the lead off third. Reed off first. And Agbayani loops the ball to center field. Here comes Bergeron. Drops it. How about that? He thought he caught it. And Reed holds on at third base as Payton scored. Bergeron closed the glove. Ball popped out. Thought he caught it. Kept running in.
And a big break for the New York Mets.
Oh.
An easy fly ball to center field, and he thought he caught it, and it popped out of the glove. Ball hit off the end of the bat. Look at this. He thinks it's in the glove. Of course, the runners are able to move up, and the Mets get another run and lead by a score of 2-0 as Payton scores on the error.
So now you have runners on second and third. Keep in mind, Ralph, Rick Reed with the base hit in this inning. So he cleared the pitcher himself for next inning. But in the meantime, the Mets pick up 1 more run. It's 2-zip New York. Darryl Hamilton, the batter, takes down low ball 1. Hamilton in this ball game 1 for 2. He played last night, had a couple blows in that ball game, batting .276. Doing a nice job when he gets an opportunity to play. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Foul back, 1 ball and 1 strike. Big at bat for Darryl Hamilton now with runners on second and third and 2 outs. Pressure situation for Darryl Hamilton. Always tough to drive in runs with 2 outs. One pitch, base hit right field. 1 run will score. Agbayani held up at third base with Guerrero throwing the ball in, and Darryl Hamilton comes through again. Hamilton swinging a hot bat.
Well, Hamilton was not in this ball game as the starting right fielder. A late position put in there by Hamilton, replacing Derek Bell, and he's had 2 hits in this game, and that one was a big hit. The Mets couldn't afford to gamble on Guerrero in right field on the hard hit ball to right, so they hold up the runner at third base.
And here's our Tri-State Consumer quote book tonight. There aren't a lot of players on the bench during the playoffs. I have to get my running together so I can show Valentine I'm ready to stay in games. Alfonzo takes a strike. By the way, today's quote is brought to you by Tri-State Consumer Auto Insurance. Call them right now for your free rate quote. 0-1 on Fonzie. Derek Bell with the night off. Fonzie takes inside. It's 3-0. The Mets on top. Mets have to win this baby. Final game tomorrow afternoon here at the Big O.
Rays won over the Diamondbacks.
2 balls and 1 strike on Fonzie. Two men are out. We're in the 4th. Dustin Hermanson throwing the ball well, but allowing 3 runs on 6 hits.
But the runs are unearned with 2 in this inning.
A high fly ball to left field. Throwing back Saginaw at the wall. Home run, Edgardo Alfonzo. A 2-run dinger, and the Mets now lead the Expos 5-0. And with all this scoring, think about how important it is for a pitcher to help himself out swinging the bat. He kept the inning going. It's 6-0. The Mets on top of the Expos. Edgardo Alfonzo with a home run.
Alfonso getting that chance to bat because of the error, and of course the pitcher contributing with that base hit. The Mets have finally got to the point where they have more than 1 run in 1 inning.
So Fonzie going deep. Driving in 3. Now Robin Ventura is the batter. So a 3-run home run by Edgardo Alfonzo. The Mets now have a 6-0 lead. They have 7 hits in this game, and Ventura takes outside. 2 balls and no strikes. There's a strike. 3-1 on Robin Ventura. So Dustin Hermanson, who was throwing the ball very well, now has put the Expos in a big hole. There's a strike. 3-2 on Ventura. There's a long drive, deep right field, and that ball is gone. Home run for Robin Ventura. Ventura hit his 23rd home run, and the Mets now lead the Expos 7-0.
Still working on it.
The meeting on the mound, 7-zip.
Well, Ventura now showing his bat has come alive with this home run, a solo home run. It's the fastball, and it's long gone. And the Mets have scored 6 in the inning, and they have batted around here in the 4th inning.
So Ventura with a solo shot, Alfonzo with a 3-run dinger, and the Mets this inning have put 6 runs on the scoreboard. 7-0 as Hermanson stays in the ball game. Good pitch to Todd Zeile. Zeile takes down low, ball 1. Down low again. So it's 2-0 on Zeal. If you haven't heard, out in Arizona, the Braves over the Diamondbacks 12-10. Swung on and missed, so 2-1 on Todd Zeal. Three balls and one strike. Jay Payton has a hit in his ball game on deck. Down low, ball four. So Hermanson walks Zeal with 2 men gone here in the fourth. Felipe Alou looking on. Keep in mind how important that hit was by Rick Reed.
Well, the error by Bergeron opened the inning up. If he had caught that ball that was a routine catch, the inning would have been over.
Julio Santana in the pen. But Reed picked up a base hit to keep the inning going. 2 men are out. Jay Payton, the batter, hits the ball off the end of the bat in the gap, left center field. Zeal will be waved. No, he's going to pull up at third base. I wonder if he hurt himself. I think he hurt himself because he stopped himself. Cookie Rojas was waving him around. Well, I guess he's all right. He looked like Zeal stopped running himself. So runners are now on second and third. Felipe Alou going out to make a change. And this call to the bullpen has been brought to you by AT&T. Get local and long distance together by calling 1-800-ATT for all. Well, Dustin Hermanson on the left of your screen on the right. Peter Bergeron, who made a costly error in this inning. The inning would have been over, but instead the Mets have scored 6 runs, Ralph.
Well, after the error, Reed, of course, gets a base hit to keep the inning alive, putting runners at first and third base with 2 out, and then the error. And after the error, the next 5 batters got on. He thinks he has caught the ball. It's not in the glove, and the error has set up a tremendous inning for the New York Mets with 6 runs in.
So it's 7-0 now. The Mets on top of the Expos. The batter now will be Todd Pratt. Pratt takes a strike, so it's 0-1 on the Met catcher. Julio Santana on relief of their ace, Dustin Hermanson. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. No balls, 2 strikes. Pratt, both his times up, Ralph, hit the ball very hard. Once, well, both of them to third base. Fielder's choice first time up and lined out his second time up as Blum took an extra base hit away from him.
He hit that ball very hard. And it looked like a double all the way, but turned into a line drive out.
And the 0-2 pitch way up high. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Todd Pratt. Mike Bordick on deck. Pratt doing the catching tonight. Mike Piazza with the night off. He'll be back in there tomorrow afternoon. And the 1-2 pitch. Down low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mike Piazza, who hit a home run in last night's ball game, resting in the dugout tonight.
It's really good news for the Mets when the Mets can win with Piazza out of the lineup.
It gives the Mets an opportunity to rest Piazza, get Pratt some playing time, keep Piazza as strong and as healthy as you can. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Pratt. Breaking ball misses up high, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sure Piazza be in the game tomorrow afternoon, and then down in Atlanta Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights. Catch all the action right here on Fox Sports Net. After that series in Atlanta, the Mets go to Philadelphia for 4. And the 3-2 pitch to Todd Pratt. It's a fly ball to center field. Bergeron's there. And he makes the grab for out number 3. Derisive applause here concerning Peter Bergeron, but Fonzie went deep. 3-run dinger. Broke the back of the Expos. You see Blum with his glove on the top of his head. 3-run home run, and then Ventura solo blast. At the end of 3.5, it's 7-zip Mets.